Your audience is about to want reset content. August is one of those months where people start thinking, okay, I need to get back into a routine. Summer is ending, schedules feel messy, meals feel random, the house feels a little off, and people want something simple to help them feel back on track before fall gets busy. So today I'm going to use ChatGPT and a Canva template to build an end of summer reset planner. So let's get started. Before I open Canva, I want ChatGPT to help me plan the printable, because if I go into Canva with no direction, I'm going to end up scrolling through pretty templates and wasting time. I need to know what I'm making first. So here's the prompt. This is Google Docs. I like going into Google Docs first and planning out my prompt, because the better the prompt, the more detailed the prompt, the better output you're going to get from whatever AI software you use, not just ChatGPT. So basically, I'm telling ChatGPT my printable idea, my audience, the goal, and also the format. I tell it I want to create a 10-page freebie called the End of Summer Reset Planner. I also let it know how this planner should be helping someone. So I stated, reflect on what felt good and messy about summer, clear mental clutter, choose what needs to be reset before August, refresh their home and space, a few other things, create a soft 7-day reset plan. I also let it know I wanted a 10-page outline. You can also let ChatGPT know the promise of the planner, a short description of who it's for, the exact copy for each page, also the style. So I said warm, modern style, direction for the printable, and also Canva template search terms I should try. I'm not asking ChatGPT to just give me a random checklist. I'm asking it to create the full planner plan. I want the promise, the audience, the page outline, the page copy, the style direction, and even Canva template search terms. That way, when I go into Canva, I already know what I'm looking for. I'm not just picking a template because it looks cute. I'm picking a template that can actually work for this planner. So this is the structure I'm going to turn into the printable. Okay, so I entered our prompt into ChatGPT, and this is what it gave us. The promise of the planner, who it's for, our 10-page outline, and our exact copy for each page. So you do want to review this and just make sure all the words sound like you, and it doesn't sound like a lot of fluff, like they just stuff the planner with just generic like prompts or just generic items that giving you the planner for the sake of giving you a planner. You know what I mean? Make sure it sounds like you, like how you would normally talk to your audience. Make sure there's no hallucinations. Hopefully it doesn't do that. ChatGPT has gotten a lot better. And see if you like the layout. So you can change it however you like when we get into Canva. It also gave us the style direction, color palettes, fonts, design details. Also, when I asked for the Canva template search terms to try, it gave us that as well. It also gave us tips for customizing. Now, when you do go into Canva, don't feel like you have to strictly stick to what ChatGPT gave you. Like, even though I chose the warm color palette when we initially created the prompt for this planner, doesn't mean I'm going to stick to it. So I go with how I feel. Like if I'm feeling more colorful, if I feel like the warm colors look too bland, then I'm going to change that. If I feel like I don't like the font that ChatGPT suggested, I'm going to change that as well. So just do what feels good to you, what feels fun, what's trending, all of that. Keep all that in mind. Okay, so I didn't like the search terms that ChatGPT gave. After trying them out, I ended up just typing in life planner, but I came across this pretty teacher planner. It has more than a few pages, which was something I was looking for. So I'm going to work with these pages and then we're going to take it from there. So this is the teacher planner. As I said, it has 39 pages. I'm going to change the text on these and just make it into the copy, turn this into the copy that ChatGPT gave us. It already has like a lot of lines and boxes I can work with. And I also like the font of this. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it the same yet or if I'm going to change it. I'm also going to change the background of this planner. I do like the vibe of this background though. I like the colors. It's very evergreen. So I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with that warm cream color palette I was going to do in the beginning, but let's see how everything goes and how everything comes together, and we'll change the background as it see fits. Okay, so this part of the video I sped up. You just see me designing. I'm going back and forth from Canva to ChatGPT to swap out text. I changed the background to a different floral pattern. I just searched Canva elements and looked up floral patterns. Also, I changed the font. I searched Canva's font by searching the style retro. Just type retro in the search box. I ended up landing on the font titled Lubag, which I thought kept the same vibe as the template originally had that I liked. This font is just a bit more bold, which I made it that way as it had different options to choose from. I also want to let you know I do have Canva Pro, so the font and patterns I have access to. If you have the free version, you may not have that same access. You will know if the fonts and graphics are for pro users if they have a little crown next to it. The floral pattern I used in this tutorial is a pro element, and the font I used is free. So next I go through the pages of the template, deleting and or replacing text that's already there and shifting the lines around. This template is easy to work with, as I said earlier, because it has many different styles of pages for you to work with, which makes it much easier to just swap out text and use the lines and boxes that are already there. I did follow the copy and framework ChatGPT gave us for the most part. Some pages are extended while other pages I may have made shorter. Okay, now once all the pages are finished, I'm going to export the planner. Here is the final product. Well, actually, I stopped creating additional pages. This would have been much longer than 10 pages, than the 10 pages I originally thought it would be. But you can make it however long as you want. For the purpose of this video, I just cut it off at 11 pages. But once you're all done, you can just go up to share, download. I would do a PDF since JPEG and PNG are usually for images, and then you just hit download. So now we're going to go back into ChatGPT, but first I have another prompt for you. Now we're going to create 3 Pinterest pin angles. I want 3 different angles because not everyone clicks for the same reason. Some people click because they feel the problem. Some people click because the pin is practical and searchable. And some people click because they are curious. This gives me 3 different ways to promote the same planner. So here's the prompt. Now help me create 3 Pinterest pin angles for this free end of summer reset planner. The audience is regular women who feel scattered after summer and want to reset before August and fall get busy. Give me 3 pin angles. So I put pain point angle, practical searchable angle, curiosity angle. And then for each angle, give me a pin title, short supporting text, visual directions, and keywords to include. Keep the pins click-worthy and natural, and then we're just going to paste that into ChatGPT. So just go through what ChatGPT gave you. We have the pain point angle, the practical searchable angle, and the curiosity angle. It gave us the pin titles and the short supporting text. Now that we have this, we are going to take this into Ideogram and create our Pinterest pins. But before we do that, I'm going to enter another prompt so we can get a good AI prompt to enter into Ideogram so our pins come out looking good. So I just used a simple prompt here. Using the pin information you just gave me, please give me an AI prompt for each of the Pinterest pins to be created in Ideogram, and then just hit enter. Okay, so it gave us our prompts. I'm going to copy and paste these into Ideogram. You can also use whatever pin creation tool you like or AI tool you like. You may have to prompt a few times just to get the desired outcome. At least for Ideogram you do. But the final product is usually very nice. Okay, so here are the pins I made with Ideogram. I did have to go back in ChatGPT and have ChatGPT make the prompts a little bit more simple, at least for Ideogram. I think Ideogram works better with basic prompts. So these are the 4 pin designs I chose. I thought they were cute and they came out good. I wouldn't use these exactly. I would bring these over into Canva, and using Canva's magic layers feature, it'll basically disassemble all the pieces of the pin it gave us. You can add your website title, add the name of your website somewhere at the bottom or somewhere at the top. You can also like move these things around because Canva will disassemble it, like the glasses, the flowers, the coffee, and just tweak it to your liking. You don't have to use it exactly, but this is a good foundation. Okay, so we're back in ChatGPT again, and now this time we're going to have ChatGPT write us a short, warm email promoting the end of summer reset planner. So here's the prompt I have. Write a short, warm email promoting my free end of summer reset planner. The audience, which is regular women who feel scattered. The email should feel helpful and natural, not pushy. Mention that the freebie includes 10 printable pages to help them reflect, clear mental clutter, etc. End with a simple CTA to download the free planner. Keep it casual, clear, and easy to read. And go ahead and hit enter. So the email portion matters because the freebie is not useful if you create it and then never share it. So I want a short email that explains the problem, introduces the planner, and makes it easy for people to grasp. So it gave us our email with the subject, a simple reset before August gets busy. Hi friends, summer can be good and also a little all over the place. By the time August rolls around, it's easy to feel like your routines are off. So this is nice and simple. So I would send this to my email list so they can go ahead and sign up. What I would also do next is create mock-ups to place on my blog or to place in my Facebook group or to place on Instagram, just so you can get the word of mouth going and build up your email list. Okay, and that is it, guys. That is how I would use ChatGPT and the Canva template to turn one seasonal idea into a finished printable freebie. And if you want done for you content pieces that already connect together, like blog posts, emails, printables, mock-ups, and clip art, I'll leave the link to Living Simply Creative Society below. The society is not just random content. It is built to give you connected pieces around a monthly theme so you have something easier to use, promote, and build from. I hope you enjoyed and took something away from this tutorial. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.